Hello, um, and good evening. Completing my genogram provided meaningful insights into both the strengths and areas of dysfunction within my family system. One of the most significant patterns I observed was strong family cohesion, particularly among siblings. Shared household experiences and continued close relationships into adulthood suggests a deep sense of loyalty, connection, and support. This level of closeness appears to function as a protective factor, especially during times of stress. At the same time, the genogram also revealed patterns that may indicate enmeshment, particularly within the sibling subsystem. The continued reliance on one another and overlapping living arrangements suggest that while relationships are strong, there may be challenges with individuation and boundary setting. Additionally, patterns of loss across generations, including both sudden and prolonged deaths, appear to have shaped how emotions are expressed and managed within the family. For example, sudden loss, example, cardiac arrest of my maternal grandfather, seemed to increase closeness, while prolonged illness, example, cancer, appeared to contribute to emotional distance. And I don't think that it helped that my paternal grandfather did not live or raise his children with my paternal grandmother. Applying Bowen family systems theory further deepened my understanding of these dynamics. Differentiation of self. Within my family, levels of differentiation appear to vary. Some members demonstrate the ability to maintain their individuality while staying emotionally connected, while others appear more fused within the family system. The strong sibling cohesion suggests that emotional connection is highly valued, but it may sometimes come at the expense of autonomy. Triangles. Triangles are evident in the way family members manage stress and relationships. For example, when tension arises between two individuals, a third family member is often drawn in to stabilize the relationship. This is particularly noticeable among siblings, where alliances may form to manage conflict or emotional discomfort. And I've noticed that the pattern is generally that younger siblings have a disagreement or conflict, and the older sibling tends to be the one to come in as the third piece to stabilize and reinforce those connections. Nuclear family emotional process. The nuclear family system appears to manage stress through patterns of closeness and support, but also through potential emotional reactivity. Events such as illness or death seem to intensify these dynamics, either bringing members closer together or creating emotional distance. I would like to also add that for the grandparents, or the first of the three generations depicted in the genogram, they were not married. I would say for my maternal grandparents, they lived as a nuclear family. They cohabited, but he was previously married in England and had another family before having children with my grandmother. In the case of my paternal grandparents, they were neither married nor did they cohabit. Not really, just for the period of having children. And then he emigrated to the United Kingdom and then got married there and had other children. Family projection process. There is some indication that emotional concerns and expectations may be passed from parents to children. For instance, the importance placed on family closeness and loyalty may be reinforced across generations, shaping how individuals view relationships and responsibilities. And in my case, it has definitely shaped how I view relationships and responsibilities, based on a lot of the family pressure that comes from um, parents and elders in the family, um, really pushing the idea that it's family above all else, despite friction or differences in lifestyle or, other conflicts that may arise, that would uh, or should automatically create distance. There is a push to disregard those, and maintain family closeness, to which I vehemently disagree. Um, Multi-generational transmission process patterns of both strength and dysfunction appear to be transmitted across generations. Strong relational bonds, shared values such as our faith, and family cohesion are consistently present. At the same time, the patterns related to emotional expression, coping with loss, and possible substance use, concerns may also carry across generations. So, in the case of my family genogram, um, I did observe that, um, some of the negative behaviors seem to have been passed from older generation to the next generation, and either through vicarious means, learned, they picked it up, or I believe, that it could have been biological factors that influenced the tendencies to be drawn to those maladaptive behaviors or those negative lifestyles. Sibling position. Sibling roles appear to influence relational dynamics, with certain individuals taking on more central or stabilizing roles within the family. The strong sibling subsystem suggests that these roles contribute significantly to the overall functioning of the family. So, my aunt, who is the eldest, on my mom's side, is the one that's, doing like caregiving roles. She's um taking care of my grandmother, who's in her 90s, that's Korean, um, along with my aunt, who also um, cohabits with her. Um, they share that responsibility together. On my father's side, my father, who is the eldest son, um, looked after his mom, financially and emotionally, um, Francella, even though she did not um, participate in his um, child rearing. But, it's first son taking care, oldest son taking care of the mother. Emotional cutoff. While the family largely demonstrates connection, there are subtle indications of emotional distance in certain relationships, particularly following prolonged stress or illness. This suggests that some members may cope by creating emotional space rather than direct engagement, as in my case. Societal emotional process. Broader societal influences such as cultural values around family, faith, resilience appear to shape the family system. These influences may reinforce both the strengths, example, strong support systems, and challenges, example, pressure to maintain closeness, observed in the genogram. And I would also add that being a Caribbean family, um, just that entire environment and way of life really reinforced um, those traits of resilience, those values of family and faith over everything else. And it has transcended location, time, age, um, or challenges. It has remained central to um, our identity as a family unit. Um, so overall, completing this genogram helped me better understand how intergenerational patterns of connection, loss, and coping shape my family system. While the family demonstrates significant strength in cohesion and support, there are also important areas of growth related to boundaries, differentiation, and emotional expression. Applying Bowen's concepts provided a useful framework for understanding these dynamics in a deeper and more systemic way. Thank you.